Thursday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, and a real celebration today. We're going to be doing the puzzle on the screen, which is called Holographic Principle by Shintaro Fushida-Hardy, and we need to start this video by congratulating Shintaro, who yesterday passed his Viva and is now a Doctor of Mathematics. So absolutely fabulous. Well done, Shintaro. Now, I can tell you that Shintaro's research, I'm going to have to read this, was in 4D topology, specializing in the interplay between 4D spaces and their diagrammatic representations. That sounds tremendously straightforward, and it's taken 5 years of research. That is incredible. Anyway, so we need to do a puzzle by Shintaro to celebrate. Holographic Principle is apparently Shintaro's most popular puzzle ever. I might have to dispute that, Shintaro, because I first became aware of Shintaro's name from Reddit, actually, where he produced this amazing... It was a small Sudoku in which you had to put unique primes from memory, and it started a whole genre. And that was a really cool puzzle. So I think that's your most famous one, or your most popular one. But perhaps this one will beat it. This is incredibly highly rated, by the way. So it certainly is popular from those people who've managed to solve it. And we shall try and do just that in a moment or two's time. But I have other news for you today, because of course it is May Day. It is the 1st of May, and that means it is Patreon Reward Day. If you're a patron of the channel, get yourself over to Patreon and have a go at Blob's brand new Sudoku Hunt, the Oil and Water Puzzle Pack. You can see here we've got, well, there's at least 10 proper puzzles, a couple of bonuses in there. The solve counter is currently at 0. That's going to change. When am I recording this? 2:31 in the afternoon, so 4 p.m. this will go live, and these numbers will start to tick up. And I imagine by the time I record tomorrow, we will have some people who've managed to solve all the puzzles. Do have a go. These puzzles are beautiful. Blobz has a very, very sort of, it's a brilliant ability to hit that sweet spot of puzzles that you can't just roll over. You know, you have to think about them, but they're not like whatever that one was I did the other day. Have I still got it as a tab? Might have. This one. They are not like this one, Dueling Dragons, which took me a mere 4 hours and 3 minutes to solve. Yeah, Blobz's puzzles are, they're not really approachable, but they're only just a bit harder, so you can get through them with a little bit of effort. So do try. The prize this month, as it has been quite often recently, will be the chance to make a Sudoku video with me, which you might not want to do, in which case you'll get gaming keys. But if you would like to make a Sudoku video with me, which might appear on the channel as well, then do get your entries in by the 20th of May, which is many, many days away. Now, what else do I need to tell you? I've got 2 birthdays to do today. There was something else as well. There was something. Oh yes, streaming. Yes, Mark and I are trying to get our ducks in a row and stream some more blueprints for you. Maybe this weekend, maybe Sunday, maybe Monday. So if you have your notifications turned on, you should get an announcement as soon as we can align our diaries, but hopefully 10 p.m. UK time, either Sunday or Monday. But let's do the birthdays. We'll start in Canada, where Carly, Carly, you've turned 27 today, and I know this because your partner Jake wrote to us describing you as his super stinky partner in crime, and asking if I could wish you the stickiest of birthdays. Now, apparently I am not being rude, and this is all some inside joke. I really hope that is true, and I haven't just offended you, Carly. But anyway, Carly, many happy returns. I hope you have a great birthday with, of course, a large slice of very sticky and icy chocolate cake. And the other birthday is Emmy. Emmy, your dear friend George wrote in and told us that the two of you watch the channel together. And I'm not sure if you attempt the puzzles as well, but apparently you both do enjoy watching, and you're both fans of Finks the Rat. Well, as are we all. I do know Marty has been working a little bit on season 3 of the Rat Run, so I don't think it's going to be that long before we get to revisit the adventures of Finks, but we won't be doing it today. Anyway, Emmy, many happy returns. Today, we are going to have a look at a Holographic Principle by Shintaro, and the rules are really short, even though this is a chaos construction. So the rules say the digits 1 to 9 occur exactly once in every row, column, and orthogonally connected region, and the region borders must be deduced. So I may fiddle with this wording a little bit, because orthogonally connected, I think what it means there is that the regions are formed of orthogonally connected cells. So let's try and make sure that could be a region. If that turns out to be a region in the correct solution, I did just guess it. That is 9 cells, and the cells are all orthogonally connected. So that is a possible region. And if it was a region, we'd have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each into that green area, as well as putting obviously the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row and every column. Oh, there's an insect. I don't think it's a stinging insect. It's just going to be an annoying insect. Anyway, there's only one more rule. Arrows. The digit in a cell with arrows is the total number of cells belonging to the same region seen by the arrows in the cell. This includes the cell itself. Entering different regions obstructs this vision. I've got an example of this because, again, I'm not totally sure I understand it. The digit in a cell with arrows is the total number of cells belonging to the same region. So so I think what it means, let's look at the example I've snipped and we can see whether this confirms what I think it means. I think it means, the 3 there is very clear, isn't it? That sees 3 lime green cells in a row in its diagonal. Yeah, this was the one I was wondering about, the 1. Now the 1 has 2 arrows, but I think the point is we're not seeing this cell, are we? Because the orange cell has sort of, this cell here, that cell, has blocked the vision of the 1 cell. So it's not a 2 because it never sees this one here. It doesn't see that one because the orange is in the way. So it just sees, in effect, it just sees itself. Now the 6 sees every cell it can, horizontally and vertically. 1, 2, 3, itself 4, and the 2 cells to the south of it. So that is why that is a 6. So I do understand it. I might fiddle with, assuming I can solve the puzzle, I might fiddle with the words before you see it and before you get to try it. But anyway, do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now, I get to play. Let's get cracking. I get 3 given digits, a 9, 7 and an 8 in the middle row. And normally with arrow puzzles, you find arrows. You find arrows that are close to the edge, but this is more complicated than usual, isn't it? Because if you've got cells with 2 arrows in them, oh, okay, that one and that one are close together, in the sense that they are single arrows that. Let's start. What does that mean? So this is 1 or 2, and this is 1 or 2. But they can't. Okay. Well, there is a start. Those cannot be. Neither of them can be 2, can they? Because then they'd both be 2. Yeah. I think that they're both 1s. I think that must be the start. Because. Just to explain what I mean there, if this is a 2, it's saying it sees itself and 1 more cell in the direction of the arrow. So it would make both of the cells in the same region. So if this was 2, I think that now has to be 2. And now I've got 2 2s in green, which is clearly wrong. So I think instead of that, we will change the colour of that. We will make both of these 1s. And that cell now, because every region in the puzzle is 9 cells large, that cell is either blue or green. And it depends... Oh, well, okay, that cell actually is also blue and green. Ah, blue or green. Those two are in the same region. Because this cell is at least a 2, isn't it, in the corner? So it's seeing itself and this cell, and then possibly more cells along the diagonal, depending on what the number is in the corner. Not sure what else I can do. Can I do anything with this one? If that is a... I don't like it when the arrows go in 2 directions. I think it really messes up everything. We've got another one here that's close to the edge. Oh, that's a 2. Okay, that's simple enough. That's got to be a 2 because it can't be a 1, and it's not pointing. It's only 1 arrow. So okay, so the corner is purple because we can't fit a 9-cell region into just 1 cell of the puzzle. And oh, okay, that cell in the corner. That cell in the corner. That cell in spotlight, proving its position, is at least 3. So those two have got to be purple as well. Right. That cell is also at least 3. It sees 2 in its region and 1 in its row. And at the moment it only sees 2. So that cell is purple. I've now got 6 of purple very quickly. Now what about that one? That doesn't see a 1. I mean, if that saw a 1, in the sense, let's say this cell was a 1, then that would be at least 3. Oh no, but that wouldn't actually even matter, because it could go this way. Oh, bobbins, okay. I see, okay, but this is a 2 now, so that one, this one here, is now at least a 3, so that one is... These are all in the same region. Let me just have a look at that. If they were all green, because they're either all green or they're all blue. If they're all green, what does that mean? Does that mean anything? I don't know. Let's have a look at them all being blue instead. If they're all blue, don't know. Not sure. Sorry, I can't see anything there. This one is also now at least 3. So it's... Does it have to be careful not to bump into purple? Or it might actually... Hang on. What is this? It's at least 3. So it either doesn't overlap with this region or this region, in which case it would have to take exactly those 3 cells, or it's going to hit one of them. Well, it definitely can't hit purple. That is definitely not purple, because if it purple, I've already got 6 cells in. So if those two are both, if this is looking this way, then we are utterly broken, because we've now got 8 cells of purple, and I can't orthogonally connect these up. I've only got 1 more cell to use, so I could say make that purple, but now this one obviously isn't part of the purplification. It's not orthogonally connected to its purple friends. So hang on. So either this is a new region, and it takes those 3 cells, or it joins to this one, and if it joins to this one, I'm going to claim it's not green. Because, let me just show you that. If this was green and it joined to this one, blue can't reach 9 cells, can it? So if this does join to this one, it's joining to, it's blue. So this would be blue, and these would be blue. And that would be useful, would it? No. No, that would not be useful. Okay, that doesn't work. Because, I mean, see if you can see why it doesn't work. It's quite funny why it doesn't work. The reason it doesn't work is if this is a 3, it can't be bigger than 3, by the way, because obviously these cells now have to join a region, so they are going to be blue. So what we've actually done is build our 9-cell blue region by making this a 3. It is complete. It is quorate. But there's a problem in the corner. And we don't want a problem like this in the corner. You can't make this a 3, can you? It would be a 3 because it sees 3. But it can't be a 3 because that's a 3. Oh. Well, okay, so it's this is going to have the same effect on our ability to have 3 in the corner. We can't have... Well, this is a 3. It's now... Because we've proved this cell can't join purple and it can't join this. So it sits on its own in the puzzle, and therefore it's a 3. It can't be more than 3 because it would then bump into one of these. So now the corners of the puzzle are not 3. So everything is extending again. This is at least there, because these... Oh. One second, let me just think about this. Right. Okay, this is really clever. This is really clever. Right. I think I see what's happening here. I'm not sure I see quite the result of it, but I see some of the result of it. Okay. I think what we're meant to appreciate here is because these 2 digits in the corners are now not able to be 3, they are at least 4. Okay? They are at least 4, but they can't both be 4. So one of them is then at least 5. Now, let's just think about a general principle of region construction. Now, if you have something that is reaching up 5 along a staircase, could it ever reach further than 5? So would that be a possible construction? Now, no is the answer, because if you do go, say, 6 on a diagonal, you're then faced with the problem that you have to orthogonally connect these 6 cells together. And to do that, you're going to need at least 5. To build a staircase, you're going to have to put 5 thingies in the gaps. And 6 plus 5 is more than 9. So that is impossible. There is no way that can work. So I think... I don't think you can have a diagonal 6. So I think these have to be a 4-5 pair. Now, that means this cell is either purple. I don't think this can be purple. It's either purple or whatever's emanating from the corner here. But if this was purple, so say this was the 5, we've then got we've got 5 there, 6, 7, 8. Let me just make that purple to show you the problem. I've got one more purple cell to add to purple, but these 2 have to both be connected to this. It's impossible to do that. So I think that is a 4 in the corner. That is a 5. am tempted to put 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. Right, okay, so this is a 5. So these two come out. Now, this is the thing I couldn't see when I was just looking at this a moment ago. I could see that I didn't think this could be purple. What I'm not sure is whether this is now more likely to be blue or... Oh, it can't be. It can't be green. Blue can't get out. Ah, right. This is lovely. This is so clever. Right. If this was green, which it could have been until this moment, look at blue. We worked out blue was different from black. Blue's only got 4 cells to grow. So actually, this is all blue. And now... Well, now I've got to fill this space with the remainder of black, which is another 6 cells. So let's just pencil that in. And purple and blue. Because what hopefully you can see is in this space here there is no room for a 9-cell region. We can't add, I can't make that yellow and build a 9-cell region in this space. So what we can say is 5 cells of this space are being donated by blue and purple. But purple can only give 2 cells because it's already 7. So blue has to give 3 cells. At least. And blue's only got 3 cells. Okay, that's lovely. Right. So now, yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. Oh, there's another insect. Sorry, I've got my window open today. It's meant to be the hottest day of the year in Surrey today, and I've opened my window and I'm getting assailed by things. Right, but okay, so this region here has to be made up purely of black, blue, and purple cells. Now the cool thing about this is we've got 6 cells of black to come, so let's say those. We've got 2 cells of purple to come, let's say those, and we've got 3 cells of blue to come. That's all. So this whole area, well, what that means is on the outer boundary of, on the outer boundary of blue and purple, we have to do this. It's all got to be interior. We're like building a big snooker triangle. It's slightly imperfect because of those purples. Okay, so that's got to be purple to connect purple up. So now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And blue has to connect up. So that's got to be blue. That's got to be blue. That's got to be blue. Okay, so blue is finished. We've just finished blue as a result of that idea. Oops. Now, black therefore has to take those 2. Does it have to take that one? Yes, it does. We've only got 1 more cell of pink to come. So both of those are definitely black. That's got to be green. Oh, goodness, there is... Sorry, it's a really loud insect. Okay, so we can draw that boundary in. We can... What else can we do? Can I finish off this stuff? I don't know. What's that? I must be able to write that. I can write that in. That's 3. That's how many that sees by the rules of the puzzle. Oh dear, I don't know. What about that one then? So that one is seeing no greens to the northeast and some number of greens to the southeast. But that digit, again, we've got a sort of staircase idea going on, haven't we? I don't think that can be a massive digit. If that was a 6, we'd have a massive staircase, and we run into our 6 and 5 is more than 9 idea. I don't know if this noise is going to come out on... I had a wasp the other day. This isn't a wasp. It's just... It might be a sort of angry bee. Or some sort of big hoverfly, but it's definitely making a lot of noise. Okay, so we worked out... Well, I don't think we can build a massive staircase. So I think that's got to be 2, 3 or 4. It could have been 5, except it can't. In fact, it couldn't have been 5, because to be 5, that cell wouldn't have been able to exist in its region. You could build a 5 region like that, and then fill in the gaps with 4 to make a 9 cell region. That's possible, but I don't think you can do it. You can't have this as a 5. So okay, so that's at least that cell has to be in that region, so that's got to be in the region. Now what about this one? Well, if that was a 6, that can't be true, because then it would have to take all of those and that one, and that's going to make a region that's enormous. So that digit is also 2, 3 or 4. Now does that mean that this is green? Or could it just go there? Then green would have to take that 9. I'm not sure, actually. No, sorry, I have not got anything there. Oh dear, I'm getting stuck. I am trying to come up with a sensible thought. What about that one then? Do I know what that is? Yeah, it's a very cool idea, this puzzle. You can see it is sort of like, it's like these are spotlights that go in 2 directions, but they can't go too far. So this digit here is 1, 2 or 5 again, because it can't extend anywhere in this direction, and so we know immediately it can't be greater than 5 because of the staircase problem. Now, I think that's going to be the case for this as well. Although, yeah, again, if that was 6, which is the number bigger than 5, it could be. We've just increased our staircase problem, so that's 1, 2 or 5. And that might be important for reasons that I can't deduce. Oh dear, I'm embarrassed. Where is the 1 in the black region? That would have been a good question to ask about 10 minutes ago. The answer seems to be there. Okay, so that's useful. So now this is 1 of each. It sort of feels from the geometry of the puzzle that that's going to be the black one. So we've got a triangle, because it feels like we're trying to build downward triangles. There's got to be 2, 4 and 5 in black, which they could be here if this one is black. So they have to be in those squares, definitely, because they can't be in the top row. So these squares are 6, 7, 8 or 9. Oh, actually, okay, I am going to do that, because this one here can't be 7 or 9, I'm noticing. That's 6 or 8. 7 would repeat in its region, that can't be 7 either. 9 would repeat in its column. This 1 means... that's useful. Look, that 1 means that yellow one can't be a 1, so the yellow one has to do that, because it's at least a 2. Now, what does that mean? I don't know if that's it. Actually, that's an interesting point. If that is a 5, it would be exactly those cells, wouldn't it? It would frame in these two, which would have to be part of the connection. They would have to take that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then one of those two. I'm staring at that, hoping some sort of epiphany strikes me and will explain to me either why that's right or wrong, but I can't see why that would be a problem. Okay. So how do we do this then? I haven't got a clue. Where am I meant to look now? I can see 2, 3 and 4 in this row. Can't be in purple, can they? But they could be, 2 of them could be in there. Oh, where's... Hang on, where's 1 in purple? I hadn't... Oh, goodness, I should have just been... I should just track 1s. That's got to be a 1 in purple. Okay. I see. So where's 5 in purple? Now, I don't know the answer to that, but purple hasn't got a 5 yet. Now, I've got 5s here, and I've got a 5 in black in this row. So the purple 5 is in one of those cells, and that makes that square a 2. I don't think that's what I was feeling that would be. Now, so this isn't a 2, so this is at least a 3. So that green, this has to come down here. That turns green. This is very clever. It's really interesting. That cell is definitely not yellow. So if that can't be yellow. Okay, I might be wrong about this, but how could this be yellow? If it's yellow, I might be wrong about this actually. If it's yellow, clearly it's a 5 because it's already seeing 2. Well, no, let's be clear, it's at least a 5, which means even if it is only 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would have to do that. And it's got to do that and stick. It's not possible, is it? Or have I miscounted? I don't think it's possible, because it's got to only be 9 cells large. And we've got 3 connections we need to make along the staircase to make this orthogonally connect. We have to connect one of those, we have to connect one of those, and we have to connect one of those. And that makes the region too large. So, this is, well, 2 things. This is not yellow, so we have to assign a colour to it, which we shall decide is red. It is Well, now I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's not yellow. Is all I can say. Well, okay. Okay. So how does yellow, which doesn't take this cell, get out of this little... It's in a cul-de-sac here. It must come through here and through there. This cell, I don't think this can be red. The reason for that... Actually, that might be wrong. That might be wrong. But this has become a 1 now because it's blocked in both of its directions. So this has definitely got to grow. That's yellow has to get out. Now, is it possible this is red? Let's investigate that. So 1, 2, 3. The only way this will be red is if we can pack enough yellow quickly enough that red can sort of circle it. And I doubt that's possible. I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we took those, that would be the most efficient packing we could possibly do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's not even close, is it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 would be the best we would do. So actually, this cell... Oh, I'm going to have to choose a colour now for this. Let's make this indigo. Now, I don't know if I could say anything about indigo. These digits are all massive, actually. I mean, this is a ludicrous pencil mark, but I just want to make it because both of these are arrow cells. So that is a horizontal arrow that's at least 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going at least there. Now, it might be red. I don't think it's indigo, but it could be a new colour. Sorry, and the reason I don't think it's indigo is it would trap in red, which could never reach 9 cells. The same is true for why it could never be yellow. So I think that's either red or a new colour, which we will call... What colours have I got left? Lime green. So... And if it was red, it couldn't be massive because we'd already have 8 cells of red built. And then this cell, is that... Oh, it is pointing in 2 directions, actually. I thought it was just pointing north. I was about to write 5 into it. Well... no. Okay. This doesn't go north at all, I don't think. I'm actually just going to change my shading here just to show you why I don't think this goes north at all. If this goes north 1 iota, then clearly it's sharing a region with this, isn't it? And the minimum these 2 digits could be would be 5 and 6. Actually, could it be red? I'm not sure now. My first thought about this being a 5-6 pair is it wouldn't work because they would only share 1 digit in common. 5 and 6 is 11, but this cell is sort of counted twice, isn't it? It's counted by, if this was lime green, it's counted by this one, and it was counted by this one. But you can see that even if we deduct the 1 out of that, we still get to the number 10, which is too big for a region. However, what I might have overlooked is actually what happens if all of this is red. That looks like it's No, that doesn't quite work. Okay, that's good. That's good. We can't make both of these red. It's impossible. Because if we do that, well, let's see. This bottom digit would have to be a 5. Well, it doesn't really matter. That's the size. This is the size of the region. It cannot grow any more. Yet one of these needs to be 6. So we're either taking that cell to make this a 6, or we're taking this cell to make this a 6, and we're making this too big. That's quite complicated, actually. So hang on. So let's go back. Let's go back. So is my... So we're here. I'm saying this is indisputably not red. And therefore I am saying that if it goes north even one cell, because it would then be lime green, this would be a 5-6 pair at least, and it's impossible that it could exist. You cannot create a 9-cell region from a 5-6 pair here. So this cell is a new colour. Now I'm running out of colours. What colour haven't I used? I haven't got to 9 yet. Have I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I nearly have. There must be a colour I've not used in my palette. Oh, orange. I've not used orange. Okay. Well, so this can be orange, and it's going at least there. Well, hang on. I might now have a different problem. Okay, here is my thought now, and this might be Bobbins worthy, but if we're in this world, I now have used all my colours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that means, good grief, the noise is incessant. That means that I have to tessellate every single tile, every single cell in this puzzle, connecting it to one of these regions that I've got here. And that cannot work. And the reason it cannot work is that cannot attach to anything. Because, well, the only region that I've got here that could reach it would be orange. Let's put orange in, so the orange region would look like that, and that would be a 9, and that would be a 9, and that would be a 1, and that would be a 1. And that's too silly for words. So actually, I think we've just proved that that is red. And now I might want to mix. I don't like having orange and red next to each other. I'm sorry about this. I know what I'll do. I'll change green to orange up there, and I'll change orange to green down here, and then it's clear. Oh, I know what I should have done at the very start. This always makes me feel like I'm making a small amount of progress. Okay, and we can draw this in, and this, and this, and all we've got to do now is work out, well, green has to grow, so that can't be 5 or it would be trapped in. That's at least a 6. And this one, now we've proved this is red, it can't be that big because it's only looking westwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It could go to here, which would make that 6. So this is 5 or 6. Now, can that be 9? That can't be 9 for the same reason we said that this couldn't be orange in the previous version of the puzzle. Can it be 8? If it's 8, it goes to here. And then that could be, oh, it couldn't be 1. That would have to be a 2 and go to there. So green would look like that. I'm not sure. No, okay. This one, do we know what that is? Can that be orange? If this is orange, That's orange, which would make orange of size 8. That would... no, it wouldn't. Oh, maybe it would stop it being a 4, actually. It would stop that being a 4. And we've got one region to find that we've never discovered, haven't we? And that's going to be my lime green region. Yes, okay, so this is the lime green region. That's probably not a bad idea to think about this digit. Although it is pointing in 2 directions. Oh, hang on a moment. I hadn't seen this. This cell has only got 1 arrow, and it's pointing at a diagonal that ends fairly swiftly. That's got to be 2, 3, or 4. It can't be 5. It would bump into this. It can't be 1. It's 2, 3, or 4. There's a 2, 3, 4 triple. What is this? It's at least 6 now. 6, 7, 8, 9. It can't be 9, because that would suggest that its entire region was possible to create within that sort of L shape. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's not 9 cells, is there? That's nonsense. So it's 6, 7, or 8. And oh goodness me, what does this mean? Okay, if this is as low as it can be, it's still got a massive vertical component. It could take those 2, so that's 3 of its cells. So it must take 3 more vertically at least. This is therefore lime green. That's got at least a 2 in it, so this is lime green. Can we really make that a 4? Is that possible? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put those into it as well. Have we trapped the wrong number in orange? Or maybe we haven't actually. So we've got 7 cells of lime green. We'd have to take that one to connect it up, and one of these 2. And in fact, we would know which one. That's quite interesting. Because we can't leave behind something that isn't divisible by 9 into the gap. We've got 6 cells of orange. So if we do trap in orange with lime green, 3 of these would have to be orange, and it would have to be those 3 in order to allow green to connect. So actually this is looking quite good, isn't it? It would be exactly that shape. That would be 4. That would be 3, and that would be an orange 2. The fact that that works is a little bit indicative, isn't it? Yeah, that's... the reason I'm pausing is just let me think about that for a moment. Actually, where would I put a 1 in? Oh, hang on, where would I put a 1 in that region? Oh, I don't have to. I've already got a 1 in orange. You don't have to put 2 1s in orange. You just have to put 1 in, and I've got 1. So that's okay. That's really annoying. So my thought there was I might be able to eliminate 4 from here, but actually I think 4 will turn out to be correct. All right. So where do we look then to make more progress? We could... I'm not sure. I've got 6, 7, 8, and 9 to put into this column. But these weird digits here don't seem to do anything. Oh, hang on. I might have broken this, you know. No. Ah, okay. Oh, this is good. This is good. Right, where are we putting 2, 3 and 4 in red is an interesting question. No jokes. It is. No, it genuinely is an interesting question. Where are we putting them? What we can't do is put them in this horizontal little stretch here. Because if this is 2, 3 and 4 in some order, this cell can't exist. So where are we putting the 2, 3, 4 in red? There must be a digit in red that is not in this row or this column. And it is the last red cell, so it has to connect to something we've already got in. So it's going to be in one of those 4 cells. There is one red in one of those 4 cells, and that red cannot go there. Or 2, 3 and 4 cannot be placed in red without breaking this cell. So this means that is forced. This is 5. Oh, Bobbins, this is not going to do anything either. Oh, that's so mean. Oh, hang on. What's that? That's a 1. Sorry, you've been shouting at me about that, and well, you should have been. I haven't got a 1 in yellow at the moment. Where's that going? Not in any of those cells, or that one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it couldn't be in those either. Can it actually get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? No, 6, 7, 8. No, it can't. It can't get as far across as column 4 without trapping this in. So there is a 1 in one of these 2 cells that is the final. Well, it's the only one that exists in yellow. In fact, hang on. How does indigo get out? If we pack yellow into the space it's in, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's possible, isn't it? But how would indigo not take this cell is the question. If indigo doesn't take this cell, I don't know actually what region could get to this. I think, in fact, the only cell that can get to there is indigo, so that's definitely indigo. 5. So isn't this yellow now? I think that's got to be yellow, otherwise yellow can't be quorate. That doesn't mean this is necessarily yellow, because yellow could occupy these cells as well. Okay, but we can delineate that boundary. Right. And probably that could still be 8, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, actually it can't. It can't be 8 now. Because if it was 8, it would take all of these cells, and this cell would be at least a 2, and that's going to bump it into this, which gives us 2 extra cells here, which is too many. So that can't be 8. So it's 6 or 7. This digit it can't be massive, can it? It can't be absolutely massive. It's only looking north, and it definitely can't bump into orange. So it's 2, 3, 4 or 5, I'm going to claim. Alright, I can immediately rule out 5. It's not 5, because if it was 5, all of those would be lime green, and I couldn't put 1 in lime green, so it's definitely not that, because I've got these 2 ones at the top. It's 2, 3 or 4. If it's 2, it's got to be dark green. If it's 4, 4's interesting, because then I have to put a 1 into lime green. That feels... Is that tricky, or is it okay? Oh no, I don't know. no, you can't do it. It's not 4. That's in this. This is clearly actually quite an interesting cell. If this is 4, because all of those become lime green, what is this? And the answer is because it's not complete yet. It's 6 or 7, so we've got to be taking one of these squares as the last lime green digit. And whichever one of those we decided to take, we still can't put a 1 in lime green. So it's not 4. Okay, 2 we worked out. What about 3? 3 I think might be alright, because then all of those obviously turn the same colour. That would have to be a 2 now, wouldn't it? Because if that was a 4, it would be going off over there. And that's all 9 cells of the region. So this would be a 2. So those 2 cells would have to not be lime green. Let me just have a look at that. Does that give us a problem with anything? This would be a 2. What colour's that? These would be a 3-4 pair. Oh, I've just noticed something I hadn't seen before. I don't think this works, but let me let me mull this over for a second or two. If that's a 3-4 pair, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm struggling to see how that works. I really am. I think orange gets too big. But perhaps before we go down that route, we could have an investigation of something I've noticed, which is that this square is at least a 3. Oh no, that is how many it sees, because I forgot it saw itself. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Ignore me. That's all right. It is all right. Here's a point, actually. Where's 2 in blue? It's there. Oh no, I was about to say where's... No, well that's still true. Where's 3 and 4 in blue? They've got to be in these squares. And they can't both be here, can they? Because that's going to break this square. If this was a 3-4 pair, that would break that one. So these squares only have the ability of being 2, 3, 4, and one of them is a 2. And one of these is 3 or 4. Oh, I see, and the other will be 6, 8, or 9. Okay, maybe I can't do anything with that. Alright, so where are we up to now? We're still a bit... I didn't fully investigate this because actually I got the logic wrong on that one, and I thought I'd seen something that I haven't. I know one of these is red and it's 2, 3, or 4. I might have to come down and think about this again, I think. How can that possibly be 4? Did we really get that nailed down? It just seems so unlikely. That's got to be green. Oh yes, no, I remember this. Oh no, that 6 is broken. Yeah, this is nonsense. Right. Okay, let's revisit this. If this is 4, I'm actually not sure this is going to do anything. I'm not sure it's going to do anything, but anyway, I don't think this can be 4. If this is 4, we have to do this. That has to connect, so we have to do that. We've got 6 cells of orange, so this one must be lime green, otherwise it can't be anything else. And lime green is finished, and that 6 clue is wrong. Or, I mean, it could be a 7 in the real world, but it's definitely wrong. It's only 4. And it's definitely not 4 because there's a 2, 3, 4 triple in the column. So this square is not 4. It's 2 or 3. 4 is in one of those. So if that was a lime green 4, it would be all of those digits. And that's wrong. This is it. 4. Oh, well, no. Oh. It's not. Actually, it's not that helpful. That's definitely not a lime green 4. It could be an orange 4. Oh, although, could it really? No. That feels like it's got too many digits. Right, I think that's 4, but I'm not certain. I'm going to investigate this, though. Right, if this was a 4 and was lime green, let's think about that. Then, boom, boom, boom is forced. And the reason that this is a problem is that lime green has now got all its cells, and that one isn't connected. So that's total and utter nonsense. Now, if this was orange, on the other hand, the problem now is that, and this was a 4, it's only seeing 2, so it has to take those 2 as well, which means those 2 both become orange, and orange now has just an absolute plethora of digits. It's way bigger than 9. So that's also wrong. So the key point is that that is not 4, so that is 4 in the column. That is seeing that cell, so that's orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're still not quite there. Oh, where's indigo? Indigo, even if it packed itself in, oh, it's actually it only has one more cell to stick out, but it has to go through that little gap. Okay, that's further restricting where red's last digit can come from, which is one of those 2 now. And, oh, this can't be orange, can it? Because orange is 8 at the moment, and if that was in, that would be the final orange, and it wouldn't be connected. So that's lime green, which has to come to there, at least. If this was a 2, it's got to come to there. So now I've got... Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I love this. Right, that cell now can't be lime green for the most weird reason. If it's lime green, there's too many of its digit in the region. It's not possible for that to be indigo, is it? I didn't think of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it's not. So that has to be green, which means it goes there. And it's at least 2. It's got to be 2 now because it can't bump into lime green. Yeah, and that's fine. So now that is finished. Dark green is finished. Oh, okay, is that alright? Okay, that is now 6 in the corner. And that's okay if we make that lime green. So 1, 2, 3. I've now got 8 lime greens. Oh, right, but... Oh! Right, 2 things. 2 things. I haven't put 1 in lime green. Where's that coming from? And the answer is one of those 2 cells. And the reason I know it's one of these 2 is I've only got 1 cell to play with. It's got to be one of these, but it's also got to be one of these because one of these is a 3. And it's pointing at whichever one of these is a 1. So that cell is definitely orange. That's the final orange. This is a brilliant puzzle. Right, what on earth? That's got to be indigo. Can't be anything else. That's got to be indigo. Doesn't that have to be indigo now? I can't make both of those indigo, yet one of them must be. That must be indigo, I think, by that logic. So that's 1, that's 3, that's 2. That's lime green, obviously. This is now indigo. And indigo is finished. Indigo's got 9 cells in it now. So yellow... Oh no, don't tell me we're not going to know, please. Oh, this is a 1. We needed to put a 1 in yellow. Oh no, hang on. So I've got 8 cells of yellow and 8 cells of red and an ambiguity. 3. 3 is the digit that we have not put in red. So 2 and 4 are in this stretch of digits. I'm getting that from this 3 in the grid. How many 1s have I got in the grid? I haven't put a 1 into... Oh, that's a relief. I hadn't put a 1 into row 8, but I can do it. And are there any arrows I've not used? There could well be. Let me just think about that for a second. This is a 4-5 pair. I wasn't thinking about arrows. I was just looking at the geometry of this region and looking at where those 2 digits went in it. So these squares are 7, 8, 9. Oh, where's 6? Oh, I haven't used this arrow. That's 8. Where's 6 in this bottom region? There is the answer. That's no longer a 6. Where? Oh no, that's a bad question. I was going to say where's 4 in this column. I still don't know the answer to that. 3. 3, is it 3, 7? Oh, where's 9? Where's 9 in this column? It's a very straightforward question. There. So these digits, I don't know what the order of them is, but I know that they are 3, 7 and 8 apparently. And that's beautiful for this square. Oh, it's so nicely set, this. So these squares are 2, which isn't there, or there. So 2, we can put 2 in. 5 and 6, maybe? That means this is a 2 by the logic we were doing earlier on. What about row 5 then? 4, 5 and 6. That's about as useless as a chocolate teapot. Absolutely hopeless. Okay, so now I'm... Oh, that can't be a 2 because of this 2 I've just found. That can't be a 2 because of that 2. So the 2 in red is in one of 2 places. Can we do other trickery? That can't be a 2 in black. No, what I was about to say is not true. It's best when solving these puzzles to keep any discussions to things that are true. The comments will reveal any examples of idiocy on my part, and saying things that aren't true definitely constitutes idiocy. Right, 6, 7 and 9 are in those squares. Now, can we do anything with that? A little bit. 6, look, in red is in one of those squares, so that's not 6, that's 7 or 9. Yeah, okay, so that, look at that, that's a 7, 8, 9 triple in the row. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 into these squares. 3, 4, 5, 6. You sort of think that must do something, but I've got so little checking in the columns that it doesn't. Okay, that didn't work at all. What about 3 in indigo? That's reasonable. Not there because of the 3 in red. I've got 3 in black there, so it goes there, and that places the 3 in red. It's there. So that's yellow after all of this. And that's very joyous. So we get that finished. This is no longer a 3. Yes, okay, so where's 3 in yellow now? It's got to be there. I mean, that's a 4. So this is not a 4. Those squares don't include 4. Oh, so there is a 3 in here. Oh, I see, it's 6 or 8, is it? So 3, 6, 8 are the options. One of these is a 3. Now, can we do any better than that? What have we not? How many 3s have we got? Oh, we have got loads. I've got 7. And I've got 1 ambiguity there. Oh, I see. And 1 here. Oh, bother. Okay, so something else is going to have to resolve that for me, I'm afraid. 2s. How are 2s going? I have got some. I've got 6. Where is the... What's the interesting question about 2s? Okay, where's 2 in row 7? Is a good. It's actually a good question. I hope the surprise in my voice didn't come through there. Where's 2 in row 7? It's actually placed. It's here. So now I've got 7 2s, presumably. I know I've got a 2 to place it in. Oh, hang on. This must be resolved, isn't it? Or is it not? I don't believe it. No, it's not. I've got a 2 X-wing in rows 2 and 8. Although, if that's 2, that's the black 2, isn't it? Because I need a black 2. And if that's 2, then that's 2. Okay. Alright, so we can't do that. Or if we can, I don't see how to do it. So we're going to have to come up with something else. Where are we going to look for that? I have not got a Scooby-Doo. I'm looking around the grid, hoping to see something. 8 in yellow is in one of 2 places. 8, no, that's not a good idea. Oh, 8 in red is very slightly restricted, one of 3 places. I would be surprised though, actually, if 8 is the digit I should be focusing on. I've only got 2. I can't really see what to do with 8. Let's have a look at 7 then in indigo, which seems to have to only be in one of 2 places. Is that resolvable? Doesn't look very resolvable. Doesn't feel very resolvable. See, it could be something like I've missed the implications of an arrow. Oh, I've got 6, 7, 8, 9 to put into the top row. I don't have to. Do I have to? Maybe I do. That's 6, 7, or 8. See, it looks like they're trying to be the bones of a triple. If that was 6, 8, this would be 7. Is that bad or good? Unsure. Don't know. I'm not sure what to look at, actually. No, I don't know. Let's try 4s. Should we double click 4s and see if they are pinpointed anywhere? Oh, 4 can't be there. Yeah, yes, we had to put 2, 4, and 5, didn't we, into the black region. I'm not sure though. I'm not seeing immediately where I'm meant to do anything clever. Oh, I've got something reasonably easy. Where's 9 in row 8? I don't have a clue is the answer, but I know it's not there. So it is in red, look. And that means it's not in those squares. So that's 6 and 7, and that's a 9. And that means this is a 7 or an 8. That's really not done very much. One of these is now a 9. Oh dear. Those two are the same. And though that digit has got to go in... It's got to go in purple. So if that was 7 or 8, it's either here or it's in one of those two. I don't think that's doing it, is it? Let's double click 9s again, because 9s suddenly came into their own for a moment. I think it was only a moment. It was only a moment, wasn't it? Bother. I don't see how to do that. There's a tiny point. Oh, it doesn't work. I was going to say, where's 9 in indigo? And it's in one of 3 positions. And that forms a sort of weird X-wingy type pattern with those cells. And I was going to say, oh, that's great because it removes 9 from these cells, but I already knew there was no 9 in those cells. So that's not really the way to do this. Okay, so we're going to have to come up with something a little bit cleverer. I wish I knew where to look for this clever thing I'm trying to see. Yeah, there's... Okay. Here we've got this digit, whatever it is, and we've got one of these digits. And both of those digits have not yet appeared in purple. Now 3 has appeared in purple there. So the digit that is the 9th purple cell is either a 6, 7 or an 8. And it is in one of those 2 squares. And it's not 8 in one of those 2. But it could be 6 or 7. Or it's here. Well, hang on. I don't know actually, do I? There is a purple in one of these. And it's repeated up here. And it will be 6 or 7. But how am I meant to know which of those it is? That's the next question. Yeah, okay, that is, I think, a reasonable question. I have got to put 2 7s in the first 2 rows of the grid. What regions are they in? They're not in the blue region. They're not in the orange region. And the only other 2 regions that go into the first 2 rows of the grid are black and purple. So the 2 7s in the top rows are in black and purple, and therefore there are no 7s in this string of purples, and therefore the 7 in this row is there. That's mad. That's really bad. Okay. Does it help? I don't know, you know. I've got a real worry that I think that's quite sensible logic, but I fear it may not do anything. That's amazing. Oh dear, oh dear. Can we do that with any other digits? I don't know. There's definitely a 7 in one. No, there's definitely not a 7 in one of these. So these are from 5, 6, 8, 9. That's not 8. The 9 in this row is obviously definitely here, so that's definitely not 9. So that's come down. That's 6, 7 or 8. I wonder if I've used all my arrows. That could be very, very easily what I'm missing here. Or what else could it be? Don't know. There's either 6 or 8 in here. That's certainly true. I'll tell you the other thing there could be. I've not really thought very hard about this, and that's sort of weird law of leftovers type points. Can I see anything obvious in that regard? Actually, the shapes aren't very conducive to law of leftovers logic. No, I don't think that's how to do it. Okay. So we're going to have to come up with something else. Where should we look for the something else? Where's 8 in column 3? It's not here. It's not here because of this. Oh, I was going to say it has to be in one of those two, but it could be that one. I didn't see that hiding away up there. Oh, I'm going to have to pencil mark these digits, aren't I? 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, that's not 8. It's really remarkable how badly I'm doing in the columns. It feels like the columns are really woefully underpowered. Where's 7 in this row? It's got to be here, because it's already appeared in red. That's a very simple point I just missed. So that's not 7. So that's a 6-8 pair. That becomes a 3. That means that's a 3. If that's a 6-8 pair, this becomes a 5. That becomes a 6. Therefore, this is an 8 apparently, and that's a 6, and that's an 8. Okay. And any slowness is entirely the fault of that creature over there that is still making the most hideous racket. All right, what do we put? 4. We've got to put 4 in that column. 5 here gives me a 6 there. That's no longer a 6. We've got a 4-5 pair there from somewhere. And surely, he says, we can do something in column 4. 5, 7, 9. That's 5 or 7 then. And that one is 5 or... No, I don't know. I do not want that to be 5 or 9. Really? Oh dear. Okay, let's fully pencil mark these squares, which are 2, 4, 8, 9. Again, I can only get rid of the 8. Okay, but all of that stuff we just did must be useful. So there's a 7. Where's the 8 in purple? It's got to be here. It's the only cell it can be. So the digit we're missing from purple is a 7 in one of those two cells. Now that means that 7 in yellow is in the same cell, look, oh whoopsie, as I've got a pencil marked 8, so they must be a 7-8 pair. That must be a 4 or a 5 by Sudoku. I've now got a 4-5 pair in this row, which means this square is 6, 7, 6, 8 or 9 is what it means. Oh, it's not 8, because I've got 8 in the region already, so 6 or 9. And you look at that and you think there must be something clever we can do with it. And yet, it appears not. Okay, 7 in column 4 is in the black region, so it's not there. Wow. The black region has really let itself down. 2, 4, 5, 7 into these squares. So that is 4 or 5. Is there something clever we can do here? Four, 5, 6, 9 into this square. It's desperate. It's desperate. No, that doesn't work either. Oh, come on, Simon. What on earth is going on here? I think it might be caught in a spider's web. That has happened before, and the thing goes crazy. Right, 5, 7, 9 into those positions. That's not 7. Oh, I thought I'd seen a 5, 9 pair, but I haven't, have I? Well, oh, 2 can't go there actually. Two can't go here. Yeah, oh, that 8's good. So that's 7, that's 8, that's 8, that's 9, that's 5, that's 4. Okay, that might do some things. That's doing damage. That is doing damage. Here we go. 4 goes here. 4 comes out of all of those. 5 comes out of here. And 4. 6, 9 pair means this is a 5. That becomes an 8. Okay, so this is looking better all of a sudden now, isn't it? He says, I think it's more in hope than expectation. Okay, what's going on here? That's 7. That's 9. That's 6. That's 7, which is the purple. That's finally done it. So that's the black digit. We can finally complete our delineation at the top of the grid. We know these squares are 4, 2, 4, 5 actually. Okay. So the 4 appears to have to go there. Hopefully that's right. Oh, this better not be a deadly pattern. Don't be a deadly pattern. No, really, don't be. Oh, the 7 at the top, thank goodness. Thank goodness for that. So 2, 5, 5, 6. 4, 5. Yeah, 9, 6. 6, 7. Beautiful. That is a class puzzle. Quite difficult, it's correct. Well, actually, I found the first steps very natural, actually. I really like the idea of sort of bouncing backwards and forwards along the diagonals and thinking about staircases. That I could do. And there were some beautiful points. I loved the bit where I noticed that red thing had to have 2, 3, and 4 in it. That was very interesting. But the irregular Sudoku at the end, yeah, Shintaro, you got me with that. That was like me having to do the Viva at the end of the PhD. You know, I did all of the interesting research, and then right at the end, some annoying examiner sat me down and grilled me for about an hour. But I emerged in the end, as you did, Shintaro. I don't get a doctorate in mathematics. In fact, I'm probably just going to get quite a lot of annoyed people's comments. But anyway, I did enjoy the puzzle. It was brilliant. Many congratulations on becoming a doctor. Let us know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. We enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.